everybody, and welcome to the channel, Crossing the Spiritual Streams. And my name is Tandra, and today we're going to do a tarot pick-a-pile card reading. And today's topic is going to be on what your focus should be on right now. There are 3 piles to choose from, and I've put an object with each pile so that you can focus on the pile or the object or however you'd like to help you choose which pile you'd like to go to. Pile 1 here has a pendulum scryer stone type deal. Get it back. The second one has a compass. And the third one has a key with blue stone and hearts. Okay, so this is pile 1, 2, and 3. And here in a moment, we will let you reflect on the piles and decide which one you'd like to go to. And there will be timestamps in the description to lead you to that. And before we get to that, though, I just wanted to remind you all to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Also, to hit the bell icon so you can be notified of future videos. Check out our other videos on the channel. We have quite a few timeless readings out there. This one is a timeless reading, so whenever you run across it, it should be good for you to watch. Also, if you'd like to donate to the channel for any reason, there will be a link in the description to PayPal. And don't forget to hit the like button. We'll see you at your reading. Hello, Pile 1, and welcome to your reading. You all chose the pendulum stone here, and we're going to put that to the side. And we've got a few oracle spheres we're going to pull first, because this is on what you need to focus on right now. So I thought it might be a good idea to get some words here to help us start the reading off and get us some good focus words. So here we go. All right, let's see what we got. All right, we got fire. Okay, fire energies. And doorway. Ooh, that's, I like that. Okay. And action. Oh, wow. Okay. These automatically just make me automatically think, okay, fire has to do with passions and your energy. It's related to the wand's suit. So it's your spirit, your passions, your creativity, your energy, things that movement. Okay, I feel a lot of movement. And then we got a doorway. So that to me makes me see that there might be you need to move forward. You need to move through that doorway. You need to move forward. So that's what you need to focus on, is something going forward here. And then action. So taking action. So I think this reading, we'll see what the cards have to say, but I think this reading might have a lot to do with taking action of some sort in some particular area or group, possibly with your creativity or something you're very passionate about. So let's see what the cards have to say here too. Birds. Okay. The Tower. Oh yeah, that's action for sure. 3 of Pentacles. The Empress. Oh yep, creativity for sure as well. Okay, the Hanged Man, which I'm trying to put upside down for some reason. The 7 of Wands. The Queen of Swords. The Death card. Oh my, yes, we've got some action you need to be focusing on moving forward for sure. Wheel of Fortune. The Sun, and Temperance card. Okay, wow, this reading just is coming forward just so straightforward here. Okay, let's look at the birds first of all and see what we've got there. This has to do with communication and your training and things like that. So if this has to do with creativity or with something you're passionate about, maybe you guys are good singers, writers, creators of some sort. You're creating things, and it's through communication that you do this. You communicate in some way, shape, or form. So I think you probably need to focus on that. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, whatever it is that you care a lot about. If it deals with communication, I think for a lot of you that's probably true. That's probably where you're needing to focus on. We have the Death card and the Tower card in the same reading. And whenever those come up in the same reading, I always just think that there is a big change coming, and that's it's a moving forward. It's and that goes so well with the action in the doorway and the fire words that we had earlier. Is I really feel like it's time for you guys to move forward with something, with some project, some idea, something you've been thinking about, and I really feel like in a lot of ways this has a lot to do with your creativity and something that's very creative, and I just think if you all are very creative people for sure, because we also have the Three of Pentacles and the Empress card, which show a lot of that, as well as the Seven of Wands. Sevens also deal with action and taking some sort of action, and wands still deal with what you're fiery, passionate about, your energy, your spirit, things like that. What's really, it also might have to do, because I do see the Church here, and with the Pentacles, and three is a very creative number as well. But with the Church thing here, and because the Wands cards and the other energies dealing with that, I also kind of feel like this might have to do with just getting in touch with your spirituality and that kind of thing. So maybe instead of a creative project or something, because I think for some of you it might be creative project moving forward, but I think with some of you it's just dealing with your spirituality, what you think of your spirituality, how you're thinking of that. And I think the Hangman comes into play there, because I think it's time to see things from a different perspective, a different point of view, kind of turn things on their ear just a little bit. So I think for some of you, if you're not dealing with your creativity and dealing with creative endeavors, then I think it has to deal with your spirit and your passions that way. Okay, so dealing with spiritual matters and those kinds of things. We do have the Queen of Swords, which I think might depict some of you, or it might be somebody coming forward in your life that's going to be kind of important. But the Queen of Swords is a very honest, principled, very independent person, and they have a lot of objectivity. So I think this might be somebody coming into your life that you can talk to and deal with this, if it is dealing with your spirituality, or even if it does deal with your creativity as well. There is somebody in your life who has good constructive criticism. They're very objective. They have a lot of perspective on things, which I think deals very well with the Hangman as well, as getting new perspective on things. I think there might be somebody in your life that you can look towards and talk to that will give you a different perspective on things and help you kind of turn things on their head a little bit. And I think, like I said, for some of you it deals with spirituality, and for some of you it deals with your creative pursuits and energy. So it just depends on what resonates with you the most, what it is that you've been thinking about and you've been doing. We also have the Temperance card too. And Temperance is kind of a balanced energy. It's kind of interesting that she showed up with so much of these fiery, passionate, moving forward action kind of cards, because you would almost think she's the more serene, not taking things to the extremes kind of thing. So maybe this, for some of you, you just need to kind of get a balance back in your life. When you get the new perspective of the Hanged Man and you use the Queen of Swords to help you get that new perspective, and you kind of turn things up on their head and flip things around, maybe that'll help you get the more balance back into your life. And so I'm thinking that that's kind of where this is coming in, that when you look at things from a new angle and a new way, that will help you. And then we also have the Sun card and the Wheel of Fortune. Now, the Wheel of Fortune also kind of deals with flipping things around, turning things into a new era. And I think that goes along very well with the Death and the Tower cards here too. If you can take and use your new perspective and kind of flip things around. It's time to switch things up. It's kind of make that change. It's time to take action now. It's time to go forward. The Tower card very much shows the action. We have the action card or Oracle sphere. We have going through a doorway. I think some of you, you need to be going forward. Okay, you need to be moving forward with what you care about, what you are very passionate about, what you have a lot of fire energy about, and it's time to make that change. It's time to make that flip. So if you have not been doing that, I really feel like now is the time to do that. I also kind of see that with the Queen of Swords a little bit. If this applies to you rather than somebody coming into your life with a new perspective, is the Swords cards to me always kind of show kind of going out and fighting, that fighting spirit, that activity. And even though the Queen is, you know, not necessarily the one going out and doing that, I still feel like she could. I still feel like she's got that kind of energy. She's got, the Swords cards deal a lot with your ideas and your power and change and those kinds of things. So I really feel like you all need to be focusing on a change in your life. Especially if it's something you're very passionate about, especially if it's something you very care about, because then we have the Sun card, and the Sun card kind of ties us all in together, that if you focus on these new ideas, these new perspectives, these things that you really care about, and you know, change is definitely the theme of this reading, and going forward and taking action. And with that being the case, I think the Sun card will come out for you. The Sun card represents pretty much everything you would want, total happiness, everything, you know, the whole world basically at your fingertips. You're getting everything you want. It also brings back this childhood, youthful energy a little bit too, because the Sun card's almost always depicted with a very young, youthful kind of thing. And I think that this will help you kind of gain that energy back a little bit as well. So just remember, what you need to focus on is the things that you're very passionate about and really care a lot about. You need to focus on changing things up in your life, or going through a change, looking at things from a different perspective, and getting some new ideas on things, because that will help out with the creativity. Because I think for a lot of you, this has to do with creative endeavors and dealing with those kinds of things. But mostly it's just things that you really care about, are really passionate about, really want to do, that you have some knowledge about, power, some ideas that you have, if you've got some ideas that have been coming to you lately, that kind of thing. And then for some of you, I think this focus is on spirit and your intuition in a lot of ways, like what is coming to you through spirit, what is coming and being downloaded, but also your ideas on your spirituality and how you look at spirituality and those kinds of things. And so I think it's time for you guys to go forward and do that. So that's where your focus needs to be right now. I really, really hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Leave comments in the comment section. I appreciate all of those. Don't forget to share this with your friends and family, and we'll see you for future readings. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. And you all are the ones who chose the compass. I always like that as an idea of where you're focusing, where you're going. Okay, we're going to set the cards aside here for just a minute, because remember, this reading is what you need to focus on right now. And we have some oracle spheres here, and I thought it might be a good idea to pull some of those to get some words to kind of start us off, something to figure out where we need to focus, or help, might give a kind of a direction to the reading here. And let's see where we're going with that. Whoa, that one flew out. Risk. Ooh, wow. That's saying something right off the bat there. Okay, oh wow. These are wanting to just come right out. Forgive. Okay. And prosper. Wow. Risk, forgive, and prosper. Okay. That's some interesting words to start us off here. Let's see what kind of cards have to say to kind of pull these in a little bit, because that's interesting, because we got prosper here and forgive, and then risk, taking a risk. So that might be really interesting to see where we're at here. All right, we've got Rider. Okay, that's definitely moving forward somewhere. All right, we've got the Knight of Wands, the Eight of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Three of Cups, the Five of Wands, lots of Wands energy, the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Wands. Oh my goodness, lots of Wands here. The Sun card. Oh wow, that's cool. That one came out on pile 1 as well. And the Four of Pentacles. Okay. Well, we have the Rider card, which in this deck it's a number 1, Roman numeral 1, first of all. So from that point of view, I always kind of see that as a new beginning, new start. But it also means news, visits, travel, movement, going somewhere, that kind of thing. Makes sense because you're riding somewhere, you're going somewhere. And I really feel like this card might have to do with the risk, that you need to go somewhere and take a risk. But I really feel like it really goes along with the forgive part more than anything. I feel like you all need to forgive somebody or something of something. So you need to focus on forgiveness, and maybe it's yourself, because I think sometimes we get stuck in a problem or something we've done or something, and we don't forgive ourselves, and so we can't go forward, kind of thing. And I really feel like we need to do that. I really feel like there's forgiveness, and if it's not for ourselves, it's definitely for somebody else. The Four of Pentacles cards here shows this hoarding energy, and it shows, it's all mine. I feel like maybe somebody has taken something from you, and now you feel all guarded, and whatever it is. And I don't mean necessarily money. It could have been money, but it may have been something else. I think for some of you it might have been money, actually, because that came through kind of strong. But it could be other things. It could be your heart. It could be they kind of stomped all over you in some way. But in some way, you feel like somebody has taken something from you. And I'm thinking you need to focus on forgiving them so that you can move forward. Okay? Because and that's risky. That can be kind of risky because it's scary to forgive, because we feel like, well, if we don't hang on to what we've got, and that's kind of with the Four of Pentacles too, where we feel like we've got to hang on. If we're not willing to take that risk and go forward, then we're not going to be able to move forward. And we've got the Prosper thing here and the Sun card. So I think if you can take this risk, okay, if you can take the risk of forgiveness and take the risk if it's a business venture, if it's something that you've been thinking about doing, take that risk, because I really feel like you can prosper from it. But I think the first thing that needs to be done is to forgive. Forgive yourself and to forgive others, because we do have a lot of battle cards here. We have two knights. We have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is very assertive. He's direct. He's very daring. He's very a perfectionist in a lot of ways, but he's ambitious and focused. And I feel like, being daring right now might be really, really good. That has to deal with taking the risk, but also the perfectionist. See, this reading has a very dual type of thing going on here. I feel like you need to take that risk. You need to move forward. You need to be daring and go out and do things and be assertive and that kind of thing. But also, he has a perfectionist vibe and energy going on. And so I feel like if you guys feel like you've made some mistakes, or like you can't go forward because you're not willing to forgive yourself for those mistakes, you just think you can't do it. And so you're not willing to leap in and take that risk. That's where the forgiveness comes in. The first step is to forgive. The next step is to move forward and take the risk, okay? Because I think that is where you guys are at. Because we also have the Knight of Wands. And once again, they're very courageous. They're energetic. They're the hero. They're a free spirit. They're willing to go forward. And I think that's where the risk comes in. I think you guys need to take, if there's something you've been thinking about doing, but you've been holding back, now's the time to go for it. Okay, now's the time to focus on that. Now's the time to focus on being able to take the risk, being able to go forward, because I think you're going to be very rewarded for that risk, whatever it happens to be. We've got the Sun card and the Prosper Oracle Sphere, and I really feel like if you guys can go forward and take that risk, it's really, really, really worth it. We do have the 4 and 5 of Wands. The 4 is a very celebratory card, which is great and awesome. But it also can be kind of complacent in a way. I see this for you guys as maybe you guys are settling for what has come already and you're not going forward yet. You're willing to just kind of settle, but you're not necessarily very happy doing that. I mean, you're content maybe, but not, not really, really ready to go forward. But then we also have the Five of the Wands, and fives are often a big change card, kind of a big change up, moving forward. But it's also a lot of action and activity. And I mean, look at this; they're all battling each other, and we're not even sure who's going to win at this point because they're all battling, and that's where the risk comes in. That's where you need to go forward because the Wands deal with uh, your creativity and your energy and your passions, and that's where in the fire. And so I see that as taking the risk going forward because these guys they all could die in this battle. They're all taking this risk, and I really feel like you don't know what's going to happen when you take this risk. You're not sure. We don't know the future. We don't know what's going on, but we also have the Queen of Wands, and she's a little bit more knowledgeable here. Okay, the queens know a lot more about what they're doing. They're confident, they're determined, they're passionate, they're charismatic, and I feel like this could be you guys. Okay, the energy that you have to go forward and take this risk is there. You guys have this energy to be confident, to be passionate in what you're in, determined, and go forward. It takes the forgiveness part. You still have to do that. But you've got the focus, you can focus on that. And if you do focus on the forgiveness and then the taking of the risk, you've got the energy it takes to go forward and do that. And that's where the Sun card and the Prosper come in again. So I feel like that's where we're at because we also have the Three of Cups energies here. And this is kind of a teamwork kind of thing. This is, but it also deals a little bit with creativity, but it also has to deal a lot with your emotions. So I feel like for some of you, your emotions have been very topsy-turvy. I feel like maybe a group has hurt you, or maybe your family. I'm kind of getting that sense. And that's where you feel like you don't want to take that risk again because you have been hurt. You have had this issue. But it's okay. It's okay to move past that now. It's okay to take the risk and move forward because I think you're going to be very well rewarded for that. If you take that forgiveness step and take the risk to move forward, and the forgiveness itself may be the risk. Okay, just being willing to forgive and move forward in your relationship with these people may be a risk as far as you go in your eyes. And if that's the case, I think it's time to focus on that and take that risk and go forward because it's going to help you in the long run. I think it's going to help you feel better. And that's kind of where the compass comes in too. I see this as setting your life on a certain direction and going forward and using, finding your way. And I think the forgiveness will help you find your way to where you're going next. And then you're going to be able to take that risk and go forward. Okay. I really, really, really hope that this resonated with you. And I hope you liked the reading. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave comments in the comments section and share this with your friends and family in case we have any messages for them. Check out our other videos, and we'll see you in any future readings. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. And you were the ones who chose the key with the hearts and the bluish stone. All right, we're going to set your cards aside here for a moment because we have some oracle spheres here. And since it's reading on what you need to focus on right now, I thought it might be a good idea to pull a few words here from the oracles here and see if we can get something to focus on, to focus the reading on, and find out what kinds of things you need to focus. So let's see what kind of words we got come up here. Okay. Alrighty, we got gamble. Oh, wow. Okay. And we got action. Oh my. Ooh. And dream. Oh, how beautiful. I love those. Those are so awesome. Okay, so gamble, action, and dream. So already, before I even pull cards, this to me seems very much like it's time to take action on something that might be a little bit risky or a little bit of a gamble for you or something you're not, sure about, but also dream big, to follow your dreams. And also I kind of see that with the key too. With the blue here, blue kind of always symbolizes to me kind of this harmonious, this kind of dreamy kind of quality already. So I really feel like this might have to do with dreams and what you dream about, but also it could deal with love because we do have the hearts here, and it might be time to take action in love as well and take that gamble, take that risk, maybe. So that this might have to do with love. I'm not sure, or for just some of you, it might have to do with love. But we'll see what resonates with you here and where we're going. Oh wow, we got the key card. How cool! I really see that automatically as you have the key already to go through and move forward with what, so let's look here and see what this has to pertain to. But you've already got the key. You've picked the key and you have the key. So you've already got that. That's awesome. Oh, we got the Ace of Wands. The Six of Pentacles. Oh, how cool. This Lover's card. Yes, I think this is definitely a love thing for some of you for sure. We have the High Priestess. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Page of Pentacles. Oh, pages are great. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Shadow side, the Four of Swords, and the Page of Wands. Oh, wow. Okay. We have the Two of Swords here. And I really think that some of you have been in a lot of indecision, not sure where to go, what to do. You might have a choice to make, or you're just not sure if you make the choice where you're going to go. And I think that's where the gamble comes in. It's time to take the gamble. It's time to go forward and do that. That's where the action comes in as well. It's time to take action. It's time to move forward. It's time to do that. And I think it has a lot to do with what you've been dreaming about and what your dreams are. Because it's kind of interesting. We have a lot of pages here, and pages are very youthful energies, and so when you think of dreamlike qualities, when you think of being able to go forward, and pages are the ones that are going to go out and follow their dreams. They're the ones that are going to do that for sure. And you have the Swords, the Pentacle, and the Wands. So that is just really cool. The Page of Wands is very much an adventurer, likes a lot of excitement, full of new ideas. So I think for some of you, if this is not love related, it's time to move forward with your ideas. If you've got some good ideas going forward, if you've come up with some things, that gives you the key to move forward. It's time to take action on your dreams. Okay, so if you have some dreams and some ideas, the Page of Wands is helping you do that. Okay, he's very fearless that way. Then we also have the Page of Pentacles, which he's also ambitious. He's diligent and studious and very grounded in a planner. So we've got the adventurer and the planner here both. So I think that means that you might have already been making these plans. You might have already thought things out of how it can be done, and how to do this. If I actually saw an engagement for some of you, and I think you're thinking of asking your significant other to get married. And if that's the case, you've planned it out in your head, you've thought about it, you've dreamed about it, you've moved, that kind of thing. But I think also for some of you, this might be business related. This might be a business thing for some of you, because we do have the Six of Pentacles and as well. But I just think it's whatever you've been dreaming about, whatever you care about a lot. And we do have the Lover's card, which that's why I feel like it's a romantic thing for several of you. And I do feel like it's a relationship. It may not be marriage. It may just be taking the risk of asking somebody out. It may, take the risk of love again, because maybe you all have not, maybe you've been dreaming about somebody or really care a lot about somebody, or maybe you would like to go out and find love, but you're not sure where to go or what to do with that. But you have big dreams. Well, now's the time to go forward and focus on that. Now's the time to do that. And if it's not with another person, love-wise, if it does have to do with business or something, that's fine. I see that you guys are scared. Okay, I see that in the Shadow side card. You guys are very worried, very nervous. You're scared of, if you take this action, what's going to happen. Especially if it deals with asking somebody out or asking them to marry you or being with you or whatever. And if you are scared and you're holding back, because that's where the two comes in as well, you're scared, you're holding back, it's time to take that gamble. Okay, it is a gamble in you guys' heart. It is a risk. It is a worry. But we've got your dreams here. We've got the High Priestess, And she has a lot of knowledge and a lot of power and a lot of just knowing. And I think that goes along with the key. You guys have the key here to be able to go forward, do whatever. We also have the 33 here, which is a very magical, creative number. So if this deals with something that you guys have been wanting to start, if this deals with something creative or with a new business, because you know that could be something. You have a new opportunity coming forward, because this could be the start of new opportunities, okay? Or wishes, new beginnings. So it's time to get what you're dreaming of and what you're wishing for. That's what these keys are symbolizing, is being able to do that. We also have the Eight of Pentacles here. And eights are very much an infinity card, very much of getting, manifesting kind of thing, being able to be good manifestors and doing that. And then we got the Pentacles, which is very much getting what your earthly desires and what you want on this earth. It could be being prosperous. It could be a new business. It could be in love. It could be in almost any aspect of your life. But whatever it is that you've been dreaming about and really want and nervous about going forward with, for sure, okay, because you guys are very worried about this. Whatever it is that you guys have been dreaming of, it's time to take action. I really feel like for most of you, this does have to do with love. And I think for some of you, it has to do with a business. And for just a very minute, maybe just one or two of you, so we're talking very small amounts, so this might not resonate with you, I think it might have to do with actually a new house. Might actually be new residents, buying a new place. But I think for most of you, it has to do with love. And for some of you, it has to do with a business venture, starting out something business-wise, okay? We also have the Page of Swords here. And he's very curious, but he's inspired and very alert and has a lot of mental agility. So I feel like you guys are inspired. I feel like you guys have, your dreams have been leading you towards something. And this youthful, taking action kind of page energy of being able to go forward, being able to do what you want to do, be able to go out and get things, I feel like is where you guys need to focus your energy now. You guys need to focus on being the pages, being the ones that have that youthful energy. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just do this. I'm going to take this risk. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to do this gamble. And like I said, for most of you, I feel like it's in love. I think your fear of rejection is coming through. And so I feel like you don't want to take that risk. You're scared to, but I think it's time to do that. Okay. I think you'll be very prosperous and happy if you do. I think the Six of Pentacles kind of shows that. We also have the Four of Swords. Fours are more balanced, stable, but they're also a home number, dealing with your home and those kinds of things. And so, once again, that's why I feel like it has to do with relationships and building a home and that. So, swords can sometimes deal with our worries, our fears, our anxieties, and so you might be very worried about how this is going to turn out. But she's getting very prepared. You see how she's got, her swords. She's prepared for this, and so I think you guys are ready. I think you guys are ready for this change. You're ready to move forward in this, and I really feel like for almost all of you, this is a relationship. Or going out and finding a relationship, or I really feel like for most of you it's a standing relationship, or it's somebody you really care about and you've been nervous about asking them to go out or to be with you, that kind of thing. So I think for most of you that's the case, and then for some of you it's business related. It's going out and starting that new business venture, that new thing that you've been wanting to do. So that's what you need to focus on, is whatever it is you've been dreaming about, whatever it is you've been uncertain about, whatever it is you've been kind of anxious about. So if you've been very anxious in that, just know that it's okay. Don't worry about rejection or what people are going to think of you, or that kind of thing. Don't focus on that. Focus on these other youthful energies. You're prepared. You have the key. You've got 2 keys here, which is awesome. And so you can do that. We also have the Ace of Wands, which is new beginnings. And then, so I think it's time for that. And Wands is what you do care about, what you have a spirit about, but it does deal with your creativity as well. And so I think this has to do a lot with the people with the business, starting a new business, and because you have to be kind of creative to be able to do that, come up with new ideas, new stuff, and I think you guys have that with the Ace of Wands there. Okay, so I really hope that this resonated with you guys. I really hope it was helpful to you. I hope you realize that it is time to take action on your dreams and take that gamble and do that. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave comments in the comment section. Share this with your friends and family, and we'll see you in future videos. Bye-bye.